An important part of site architecture is having a sitemap. A sitemap is a file, essentially, that's like the blueprint for your whole site. In this file, it contains all the links to all the pages throughout your site, as well as how they link to each other, like the structure and architecture of your whole site. It's literally the blueprint for your whole site. It's very important to have a sitemap, and it's typically off the same path, where it's like domainname.com/sitemap.xml, because a lot of these are XML files, the structure they are, and the search engine spiders love them. Certainly, you can, not use a sitemap and still do well with search engine optimization, because the Googlebot will find its way to your homepage, and then it'll work its way to all your other pages. We're probably the most popular sitemap related tool online, xml-sitemaps.com. Basically what you do is, after you build the core of your site, you get kind of things structured with the hierarchy that you're going to use for categories and all the other decisions that you're going to be making, and you get some of your core pages set up. You literally come in here, you put in your URL for your site, the domain name, the root, like to your homepage, and this thing will go out there and crawl all over. That really helps with helping spiders find your stuff. There are other tools out there for sitemaps. We'll try to link to some of those in the resources section. Google has something, and there's some other ones, and you can actually submit a sitemap to Google. There's a lot of different things you can do with the sitemap to make it easier for search engines to find you, but it all starts with creating the core site architecture they're going to start with, then using a tool like this to build the sitemap, then going from there. So even as it says, there's 4 steps to get it done. You enter a URL, you press start, you wait for it to be crawled, then it's going to create the file for you. You'll download the sitemap and you'll put it in, a certain directory for your site. And then you can go to your Google Webmaster account and you can add the URL to your sitemap to tell Google, here's my sitemap where your spider can go and index my site. And it's recommended that you do that, where you do submit it to Google to tell them, here's the sitemap for my site. But sitemaps are very important. It helps the search engine spiders, find all the different pages on your site. And there are a lot of other tips too, by the way, that we didn't get a chance to cover, just because most people already know them. But if you don't, there's some core things about site and page architecture, like JavaScript, for example, and Flash, that things in those the search engine bots can't read, so you don't want to optimize with anything in those. And we'll link to some other tips and little nuances like that if you're interested in those. But just the foundational stuff, just do what you're learning, and it'll work for you.